Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So today I will be talking about this recently published book. It's titled Swipe Right to Kill, Tinder Murder Case of 2018 by Anirban Bhattacharyya. So there was this sensational case in 2018 in Jaipur where a young man was murdered and his body was found, and then later on the investigations revealed uh, a very sordid angle. So this book is about that. It's not great literature, but it is very engaging. It reads like a fast-paced thriller. So I got to know about this book. It was published in, I think, July, only a month and a half back. I read a review on the print. So print is a channel and a website, theprint.in. So they do good reviews of books. So I discovered it there and I ordered it on Amazon and it was delivered the next day. I think it cost about like 250 or 300 rupees. Um, but I like the book. It's very fast paced. It is very well investigated. You get to know all the details. So what it does is that apart from giving you details of the case, it also goes back and looks at all the characters. So there are three key characters in this: the boy who was killed, a young boy from Jaipur, the girl, Priya Seth, who was a Jaipur resident, 28 years old, and this girl's boyfriend, Dikshant. So, three key characters. The brief outline of the case I can tell you. What happened was that Jaipur police in June 2018 discovered a suitcase which was stuffed with the body, and later on they found that this was the body of Dushyant, a young boy living in Jaipur, belonging to middle class family, married. He had got married just 2 years back. He was, I think, 27, 28. So, a very obedient middle class boy, working. On the face of it, nothing fishy about him. And once the body was discovered, then Jaipur police very quickly solved the case. But the case, if you was look at the case actually starts in 2012. A young girl comes from Pali, a small town in Rajasthan. She comes to Jaipur. Her name is Priya Seth. Her father is a professor in Pali. This girl is a studious girl. She got, I think, 90% in 10th, 90% in 12th. She comes to Jaipur. For her, Jaipur is big city. She gets dazzled by the life there. She tries to fit in. She discovers that the girls in Jaipur are living a very fast-paced life. They are buying fashionable clothes. They are going to nice, interesting places. And she does not have money to do any of those things. So a feeling of being inadequate comes over her. And she starts thinking of making money. And over a period of 1.5 years, she discovers one way of making money. And the way she discovers is that she starts using Tinder and she starts matching with men. So she's careful. She would match with a man who is 35 plus, not from Rajasthan, not from Jaipur. And then what she would do is she would talk to that guy for a few days, and then they would decide to meet at a hotel. She would land up there, and then she would tell him that, look, I need the money, because they have talked about money. So she says, I will just hand over this money to my driver and then I'll come and meet you. And then she vanishes. Most of these men could not really complain because of fear of being found out as men who were doing these kinds of things. So, and she made lots of money. So coming to this particular case, what happened was that Priya got involved with one of her Tinder matches, a guy called Dikshant, who was from Rajasthan, but he had gone to Mumbai for 1 or 2 years, wanted to be a model, failed there, ran up debts, and he was under debt. He ran away from Mumbai back to Jaipur, and that's where he met Priya, and they kind of got involved. So they hatched a plan. They thought that we would talk to Priya, would match with a rich man, and they would sweet talk him, and then she will meet him, and then they'll kidnap him, and they'll demand a ransom. They will get something like 25 lakh rupees, which is what they needed. But but things go wrong because Dushyant, the simple local boy, middle class boy, had created an alternative persona on social media and dating apps, where he was a very outgoing, smart, fun loving guy loaded with money. And surprisingly, Priya actually did not suspect that he was a middle class guy, and she was very impressed, and she thought that this could be the end of my financial troubles. Anyway, they kidnapped him, and then things go wrong, which is there in the book. But the question that this book raises are, one is that frauds, especially online frauds, have gone up in the last 4 or 5 years. This is also one type of a fraud, which is online. Though I'm personally not inclined to uh, put the blame on dating apps, because dating apps are just a medium, it's how you use them. Though it's very easy to blame that it's a dating app which has led to all these problems, that is not the case. Technology cannot really change you so much. It's like allows you to express uh, the good self and the bad self. So somewhere, we are all very complex human beings. So, but few things come out, right? One is that this desire to make money, because money is the only indicator which tells you that you're doing well. Especially for young people, especially for people who are shifting from smaller towns and villages to big cities. It's a bit of a shock for them, and they don't want to be left out, so they feel compelled to take shortcuts, and those shortcuts can result in this kind of tragedy. So that is one. Other is that no matter what you do, whether it's online or offline, there are certain basic precautions you need to take. So yeah, whether you're a man or a woman, you have to take those precautions. Also, as a society, we don't discuss things openly. I think there should be more discussion around the concept of dating, relationships, dating apps. I think we Indians love to put things under the carpet. There's a lot bubbling under, but we are not really discussing it. And because we don't discuss it, people have no idea. They think that they are trying something new, something different, and they are getting excitement, so it is all fine. It is not fine, because there are a lot of things bubbling under, and you have to be careful. I wish there was more discussion in media about all aspects of online dating. Right now, that's not happening. Also, there are other issues in India, like societal pressure. Um the fact that a girl could easily target middle class men, and they fell for it, and she conned more than 1000 men without anyone complaining. So that's a huge number for a small city. So it tells you something about our society, and how we are structured, how we are so scared of what people would say. So this thing of what others would say, log kya kahenge, is the cause of a lot of problems. We should actually look at that. Ki this entire thing of log kya kahenge causes more problem than the dating apps. Anyway, I found this book quite interesting. I think sometimes it is good to read a book than to watch a series. So in a way, this is like a typical classic crime story, narrated very nicely. There is character sketch of all the characters, including the investigating officer. I would recommend that you read it, because it has got a lot of data about online apps, online dating apps, how people behave on those apps. Men behave in a certain way, women behave in a certain way. So it's a good starting point for you to understand the entire phenomena of dating apps in the context of Indian society. So yeah, I would recommend the book. I finished it in a day. So yeah, so this is the book. Check it out, and thank you very much for watching the channel. And I promise you, I'll be bringing more reviews, and I'll be doing them like every second. That's my resolution. Thank you very much for watching. All right, have a lovely day.